At present, the Philippine State College of Aeronautics is at uh, located at the main campus at Villamor Air Base Campus, Pasay City. We also have our campus at Basa Air Base Campus in Florida, Blanca, Pampanga. We also have our campus at Fernando Air Base at Lipa, Batangas, and at Cebu we have our Mactan Benito Ebuen Air Base Campus. You can also find Philsca Aeronautical Engineering top-notchers, and with reference to private schools, Philsca is way above the national passing rate. And you can also find in the screen with the top 10 of different years, Philsca graduate landed either 5 to 8 in the top 10. You can find it in the screen. So result po from the PRC.
My wife, Mayor Lani, attended World Cities conference hosted parati yan ng Singapore. So I think parang 1 year sila in New York or other than 1 year in Singapore. So sumama ko, we attended in Singapore. Sinamahan ko lang siya. At that time, parang mayors lang +1. So sila. And during their break times, I think it's a 3-day conference if I'm not mistaken, may mga break sila tapos pwede silang mamili kung anong gusto lang makita sa Singapore. Ang pinili ni Lani, yung pinaka-TESDA nila. Okay. Gulat na gulat siya kasi pagdating niya dun sa TESDA nila, aeronautics maintenance, and then there was an A320 or A220. Basta it's a 220 or 320 series. So sabi nila, ganito na yung TESDA pa lang nila. I wonder kung kamusta ang kanilang universities dealing with engineering and aviation. Di ba sa PMA it's free, pero if you resign to join a foreign airlines, you have to pay for your education. Kayo ba pumipili o yung AFP o raffle ba yung kung anong sasalihan niyo kung Army, Navy or Air Force?
Sir, before sir, kanya-kanya sir, depende po kung anong gusto sir. But when the new curriculum was introduced sir during our time, I graduated sir 96. The first who benefited the curriculum was 1995. So from there sir, before they entered the third year, we already have our branches of service sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right before you entered third year.
Yes sir. Before
But di ba everyone naman does the basic di ba?
Yes sir.
So halimbawa sa Air Force ka na punta, yung next 2 years mo may training na regarding the Air Force pero doon ka pa rin sa Baguio yung main campus, right?
Yes sir, we're still in the academy sir during those last 2 years.
And do they train there to become pilots na hindi pa?
There are basics sir, just like a flight simulator training.
Yeah.
We already have.
So that's what I meant, diba? I mean, to parang emphasize na kasi ang daming bills talaga na elevating from college to university, from ganito to national. And it's all good, pero yung impact hindi generational. Pero pag naayos natin yung ating naval at saka ang ating aviation academies, I think yung impact the next 25 to 50 years will be tremendous.
Last June, I was with the Director Muyong, funded po ng USAID to see the development of aviation, particularly sa Arizona, saka sa Harvard po. Since galing po ako, I got a certificate program po from Harvard School of Governance.
One thing about the US military, grabe din ang kanilang pananaw at saka yung civil relations. So they really look at potential allies and what better ally than a national aviation on the EDCA. So let's take a look at that. Public hearing of the Committee on Higher Technical and Vocational Education, joint with the Committee on Public Services and Ways and Means and Finance to order. We'll dispense muna with the attendance and acknowledgement of the other senators. We will discuss the National Aviation Academy of the Philippines Charter Act. But before that, may I incorporate na rin my opening remarks in our opening prayer. So sa mga kapatid nating Muslim, Assalamualaikum, and we all know that worldwide ang revenues ng sabi ng IATA in 2024, $996 billion ang aviation, almost $1 trillion dollars, no? And I'm not sure now if it was CNN or another news channel. Pinapanood ko yung kasi 'di ba ang Dubai at saka UAE has become a hub talaga eh. So they were talking to airline CEOs about yung mga prospects and then yung nangyari nung pandemic, at sabi nga nila kahit na medyo heavy yung hit nung pandemic sa airport, sa airlines, sa aviation, it really was an opportunity to strengthen eh, 'di ba? And then of course, just like cars na electric, marami na ring mga pumapasok na opportunities. Early this morning when I was just scanning Facebook and mga news, medyo abreast ako nung Bulacan Airport, yung rehabilitation ng NAIA, and also of pet talaga din namin project yung Clark and yung Clark Airport. But sabi nila yung Shanghai Airport is slowly being organized. So ang point ko lang is that there's so much opportunity talaga, no? Of course sa ating Air Force, pati sa Navy and even the air assets of the Navy and Army, alam naman natin lahat that we embarked on a two-decade modernization plan. And you know, it's just like the local government. Nung araw, ang daming lupa nung maraming cities, walang perang pang build ng building. Then nung yumaman yung maraming cities, may pera na pang build, wala nang lupang available, 'di ba? So parang yung cycle ba ng marami tayong graduate na piloto, kukonti naman opportunities dito o kaya sa AFP marami pero dahil din sa pamilya nila magre-resign, lilipat, 'di ba? So we want to not be in a vicious cycle or kaya miss the opportunity. So dapat talaga sabay-sabay yung 'di ba yung modernization ng equipment, yung building ng facilities, but also yung human resources. And if we take the Silicon Valley as an example, it was really a joint of government, private sector at yung academe. No, that's why if you see our agenda today, and I'll go there muna, no. Ilagay muna natin sa technical working group lahat ng iba because 2 Mondays from now, November 4, we'll start na with the budget eh. So but this particular topic of having a yung National Aeronautic nga natin na university, I think is just too important at I think it's yung maganda yung timing, no. So before that, can I ask the COMSEC, can you recognize our guest today? After recognizing everyone, we'll just go to I will just refer to TWG yung ibang mga bill so that we can focus naman dito sa ating main agenda today. Give me 2 minutes to refer the following bills to a technical working group and to create a technical working group. What I'll do is if the president wants to go first, then anyone who wants to speak, bigyan lang natin ng idea for the record kung ano yung vision nyo for the National Aviation Academy, no? So I think naman in principle, in concept, walang mag-object. But the 3 things we want to hear siguro is anong vision, anong magiging tsura nito. Then secondly, ano yung progressive na realistic na funding. Then ano yung given the funding and di ba syempre yung goals nyo depende din sa funding, di ba? But I really believe that this can be something you know, as a game changer sa atin. So while you have that few minutes to to compose how you'd like to speak on those points, these are the following bills: SBN 2829, an act strengthening the establishment and operation of all public and private higher education institutions by Senator Legarda. HBN 9988, an act establishing a regular campus of Don Honorio Ventura State University in the city of San Fernando, province of Pampanga, and appropriating funds thereof, was sponsored by Representatives Gonzales, Go, Magsino, and I think more. No, HBN 10285, an act converting Diplahan External Study Unit of Western Mindanao State University, located in the municipality of Diplahan, province of Zamboanga, Sibugay, into a regular campus and appropriating funds thereof by Reps Palma, Go, Chato, Rodriguez, and others. No. The SBN 2671, an act converting the extension campus of Central Philippine State University, located in the municipality of Hinuboan, Kawayan, Ilog, Candoni, Moises Padilla, and Hinigaran, and in cities of San Carlos, Sipalay, and Victorias, all in the province of Negros Occidental, into regular campuses of the Central Philippine State University and appropriating funds thereof. The Senate President is the author of this. SBN 2759, an act converting the extension campuses of Central Philippine State University located in the municipality. So we'll recognize first Dr. Darwin, the present college president of Philippine State College of Aeronautics, and hopefully during the time of Senate President Escudero and myself, the first president of the Philippine Aviation Academy. So, sir, you are recognized.
Thank you po and good afternoon. So, ating Senate President Chis Escudero, good afternoon, sir. To the Chairman of Committee on Higher and Technical and Vocational Education, Senator Alan Peter Cayetano, good afternoon, sirs. And to from the Commission on Higher Education, sir, good afternoon. To the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, ma'am. To members of the Philippine Air Force and to the Department of Budget and Management. Good afternoon to members of PhilSCA community. As mentioned by Senator Alan, dinala ko na yata ang lahat ng alumni. No, we are here about 30 of us from the Philippine State College of Aeronautics, from students to alumni to officers of the college present, and to everybody, good afternoon. If I may be allowed, sir, we have prepared about 18 slides for PowerPoint presentation. If permitted by the chair, can we proceed with the PowerPoint presentation so that we can introduce the Philippine State College of Aeronautics, the only state-funded higher education institution offering aviation and related programs. Sir. So again, from the Philippine State College of Aeronautics, this is President Professor Marwin M. de la Cruz, the current President of the Philippine State College of Aeronautics. At present, next slide please. At present, the Philippine State College of Aeronautics is located at the main campus at Villamor Air Base Campus, Pasay City. We also have our campus at Basa Air Base Campus in Florida Blanca, Pampanga. We also have our campus at Fernando Air Base at Lipa, Batangas, and at Cebu we have our Mactan Benito Ebuen Air Base Campus. And to continue, at present we are recognized by the Commission on Higher Education with the recognition on the Certificate of Program Compliance. You can find that about 87% or 88% of our programs were accredited by Commission on Higher Education through Certificate of Program Compliance. The only thing that matters is our program at the Mactan Benito Ebuen Campus. We have already undergone through series of evaluation and awaiting the Commission on Higher Education for the release of the evaluation through Certificate of Program Compliance. And equally important in the next slide is the Aviation Training Organization Certificate, or ATOC, for Aircraft Maintenance Technology and Aircraft Electronics Technology. This is the process by which the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines accrediting all programs, and we're proud to say that all our campuses get the approved training organization certificate. So we're offering AAMT and AAET, and all our programs in all campuses were recognized by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines through the certification issued by CAAP. You can also find the PhilSCA Aeronautical Engineering top-notchers, and with reference to private schools, PhilSCA is way above the national passing rate. And you can also find in the screen with the top 10 of different years, PhilSCA graduate landed either 5 to 8 in the top 10. You can find it in the screen. So result po from the PRs. And we're also presenting our enrollment. Our enrollment to accommodate absorptive capacity. From the time about 5 years ago, our enrollment ranged from 10,000 to 12,000. Now we reduce our enrollment to little less than 7,000 to accommodate and to provide quality education to students and young Filipinos who would like to go through aviation and aviation related work. This is our enrollment. Medyo maliit lang po, but you can find the numbers on our enrollment calendar. So these are graduate recently when Senator Alan was one of our guest speaker, our graduates are exactly about 2,886 graduates from different programs, 16 programs across campus. And with the distribution in the main campus, students by region, you'll find half of our population in the main campus came from NCR, but we don't discount also the numbers that almost half of our students came from outside of NCR. We have also from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Even though we have our campus at Central Visayas or at Cebu, we still have students from Visayas area and Mindanao area in the main campus. So when we trace our graduates, we asked whether they have landed a job. From 2014 to 2019, our graduates landed about 81.75% have landed the job. You may ask, why is there no tracer study conducted after 2019? Every 5 years we conduct, but we find tracing our graduates mentioned by Chair because of the rupture, because of the pandemic, it is very difficult to learn or to study whether our students landed a job. But based from our recent data, we have about 32% of our graduates landed a job. And based from the ATAG and Aviation Beyond Borders, that by 2025 or until 2027, there we will find the return of the full operation of our aviation industry. You can also find in the screen professional licenses of all PhilSCA teaching personnel. As required by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, all our instructors for aircraft maintenance technology and aircraft electronics technology should be holder of a particular license issued by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, and also as mandated by the Commission on Higher Education, all our instructors should at least those teaching courses that will take license exam should be licensed themselves. So you'll find the distribution of our professional licenses of all PhilSCA teaching personnel. Also, with regard to area of specialization, about 75% of our instructors and professors are teaching within the area of specialization. About 21% are teaching general education, and another small percentage of this teaching IT-related courses at least. And you also see the comparative financial data of the General Appropriation Act from 2022 to 2024. You can see the gradual increase in the budget allocation, thanks to the Department of Budget Management and to Congress, particularly the Senate, for taking care of PhilSCA in terms of budget. You'll find the increase in the budget. The highest allocation is given to personal services. Not on the screen also is the performance of PhilSCA in terms of agency performance review. You'll find that was missed in the presentation is we have in a higher education program about 87.50% were percentage given to our performance, and with regard to our disbursement rate we have 97.90% on disbursement, and with regard to our actual obligation we have about 99.40% with regard to our performance sa budget. And you also find the trainings we conducted, pictures, there were about more than 100 trainings conducted for our faculty, non-teaching staff, and students. And this is our infrastructure development. Thank you also to Congress, particularly the Senate, for providing us substantial amounts so that we can provide better services to our students. We have our simulator, we have our turbojet engine, we have our mock-up engines, and we have recently acquired mock-up engine. And this is our number of our partners, more than 100 partners in the aviation and aviation-related industry. Thank you po for listening to the Philippine State College of Aeronautics.
Thank you, Dr. De La Cruz. I'll withhold my question to later para we'll try to accommodate everyone. If anyone, I don't think anyone has an objection, but some might have concerns whether budget, capability. So air your concerns because yun nga yung purpose natin is to address that before we finalize the law. But one thing I'd like to mention is maganda yung timing. Kasi as you all know, November yung Senate plenary sa budget. And then yung BICAM is towards the end of November. So meaning, even if hindi pa law, ito, may existing tayo na state U. So we can actually put in the first tranche nung pondo if yun na talaga direction natin. But let me put it another way, no? Baka stories are more powerful. Several years ago, siguro mga 10 years ago naman, maybe around 2013, 11 years ago, my wife Mayor Lani attended World Cities conference hosted parati yan ng Singapore. So I think parang 1 year sila in New York or other than 1 year in Singapore. So sumama ko, we attended in Singapore. Sinamahan ko lang siya. At that time, parang mayors lang +1. So sila. And during their break times, I think it's a 3-day conference if I'm not mistaken, may mga break sila tapos pwede silang mamili kung anong gusto lang makita sa Singapore. Ang pinili ni Lani, yung pinaka-test na nila. Okay. Gulat na gulat siya kasi pagdating niya dun sa test na nila, aeronautics maintenance, and then there was an A320 or A220. Basta it's a 220 or 320 series. So sabi nila, ganito na yung test na palang nila. I wonder kung kamusta ang kanilang universities dealing with engineering and aviation. No? And of course, Singapore and Hong Kong are great ports, di ba? Napaka-busy ng kanilang seaport at saka ng airport. But I always say, di ba na Cebu, Bohol, Romblon, Palawan, no, yung mga islands natin, they can all be a Hong Kong or a Singapore. Di ba? Pero pa, of course, yung how many airports mo ilalagay sa Luzon at saka sa Mindanao. Pero your islands in Visayas and Palawan itself, di ba, could be a Singapore, Hong Kong by itself, no? So the way I'd like to, if I can use the word sell, di ba, kasi we're we're marketing this not only to pass the law but to make sure funded yung law and to make sure we attract partners here, di ba? I mean, kung maging partner mo either yung San Miguel and the new airport sa Bulacan or maging airport maging partner nyo sino mang private na nag-i-invest sa Clark Airport or ito sa rehabilitation ng NAIA, di ba? De suddenly ang funding mo hindi lang sa government, di ba? Tapos I haven't even gone to security, I'm aware that you're also a good source of training of our personnel from and officers from the Air Force, no? So I'll stop there and siguro lang po kung sinong gustong mauna. So let's make it a free-flowing discussion. I think Dr. Raul, yeah,
Mr.
will
Chair, good
recognize
afternoon.
the chat. Yes.
Good afternoon to the other members of this august body. The Commission on Higher Education interposes no objection to the intent of the bill, declaring the Philippine State College of Aeronautics as the National Professional Institution for Aviation, renaming it as the National Aviation Academy of the Philippines, and appropriating funds thereof, provided that, of course, all programs, the undergraduate and graduate programs offered in all its regular campuses comply with the policy standards and guidelines of CHED and GAAP. As mentioned by our president, 80% of the programs have already been issued a certificate of program compliance by the Commission on Higher Education. But of course, there are still additional campuses that they'll be putting up. Also, Mr. Chair, we'd like also to suggest in section 37, the implementing rules and regulations, we would like to suggest to include CAAP here. And the statement would say, within 60 days from the approval of this act, the board shall, in consultation with the Commission, Higher Education, and the Civil Aviation of the Philippines, issue rules and regulations to implement its provisions because it's not included in the bill, Mr. Chair. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that. Thank you sa chat. So I think hindi ko na emphasize yung point ng kwento ko. So yung point ng kwento ko, kung meron ganun equipment, isang tingin mo pa lang na may A320 or A220 or A320 series, you know they're serious. So what I meant, Mr. President, is baka pwede niyong gayahin. Total, you have the best minds also of the AFP, whether in your board or as your graduates, no? Gayahin niyo rin ng konti yung yung AFP modernization na parang may phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, di ba? Tapos, for example, if you make it 5-year per phase, pero halimbawa, na ibigay sa inyo yung 2-3 years. So, let's say you have certain equipment or certain aircraft, pero by some miracle, nag-donate sa atin yung ibang bansa. Eh di, imbis na 5-year mo, nang phase 2 ka na on the 3rd year. That's what I meant na hindi lang sa kwento, pero sa vision. Diba? So I know you said the vision in a way that's very professional, pero in the TikTok, Facebook world, whatever you can watch in 30 seconds to 1 minute, yun ang maiintindihan ng lahat eh. Diba? So if you have more than 100 universities wanting funding, you have TESDA wanting funding, diba? You have PMA wanting and needing funding, diba? Yung makapagbigay ng ano ba magiging itsura pag naging National Aviation Academy to, diba? And yun nga, I'm bullish nga because of all of these developments sa industry, no? One question I'll ask after the next speaker or after matapos, Doc, given the present scholarships and given the demand, I don't know kung pati sa maintenance or kung sa piloto lang, no? Will the school have some kind of, di ba sa PMA, it's free, pero if you resign to join a foreign airlines, you have to pay for your education, di ba? So will the National Academy of, di ba, have something like that? So that on one hand, hindi na naman natin pipigilan yung taong mangarap ng mas mataas na sweldo at career internationally. But on the other hand, yung ibabayad niya can fund more students hindi sa budget nyo. So you can answer that now or later on. I think kasi baka ano lang tayo one hearing and one TWG and then a second hearing, then I think we'll iron everything out sa TWG. But on the second hearing when we approve this, tingin ko magandang may 1-2 minute video tayo na and we can help with kung ano ang anong tingin nating itsura nung itatayo natin. Thank you again, Sached. Who wants to go next? Yes, sir.
Sir, good afternoon. I'm Colonel Estepa, your Air Judge Advocate in the Philippine Air Force. Although there is the intent of the chair to have this bill worked by a technical working group, but actually, sir, the PF supports all the activities that would uplift the aviation and aerospace industries, like training, education to be done by PhilSCA. Now they wanted to be renamed as NAAP, but they are just for the PhilSCA and NAAP to consider some sections, sir. It's not really an objection, but we have some issues on some sections of the.
Please.
In
Mapapabilis naman tayo kung katulad ng first hearing pa lang alam na natin yung concerns, di ba?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair. In section 6 of the proposed Senate bill, there is a proposal that to expand or to establish a campus in Lumbia and Balabac. So first, Mr. Chair, insofar as Lumbia campus, the PAF has already prepared or approved CMP or Master Development Plan. And as far as our plan is concerned, it's fully occupied, Mr. Chair. And in fact, there are areas which known to you that Lumbia Air Base is also being identified as EDCA site. And there are HADR projects of the Office of the Civil Defense over this area. So we have problem in the proposal to have a campus in Lumbia. Second, Mr. Chair, is in Balabac. Officially, it's not yet turned over to the PF. It has to be built first by the local government of Palawan. No transfer yet to us, and so many issues as of now insofar as ownership in Balabac. So we have no plans yet, Mr. Chair, insofar as Balabac. And finally, Mr. Chair, in section 30, if PhilSCA can consider to maintain the status quo, because as proposed, Mr. Chair, is that those occupied areas by PhilSCA be owned already by the NAAP. But with due respect, insofar as these 5 bases, there's no problem with Villamor because the Villamor campus is already outside the area of the PF. Then there is a mention about Sangli campus, but there's no such campus existing. So it's an issue about Lipa, BGD-BIAP, and Basa. As arranged, Mr. Chair, when before this institution became PhilSCA, reading about the EAP regulations, those presidential decrees before and Republic Acts, it has transformed now, which is now PhilSCA, but nothing in those provisions of these laws that gave ownership over the land to PhilSCA, but the arrangement is basically more on collocation. It's more on use of rock, Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
If just to consider this matter, if we can maintain the status quo instead of ownership of.
Thank you very much for that, Colonel. Ako nasasagot nung opinion ko dun sa mga nauna. Just to move forward later sa TWG, no? So if we leave blank the provision and just allow the board to add campuses, So parang may free hand kayo, meaning if in the meantime ma-negotiate nyo and one reason or the other you find room in the specified, di ba? Kasi tama ba yung pagkaalala ko, Dr. De La Cruz, Marvin, na nung graduation, tinanong kita kung meron ibang state U na nagsispecialize sa aeronautics, and tama ba sa CHED na walang?
So, none, sir.
Yeah. Kasi di ba kung dalawa, tatlo, apat, and then ikaw ang gusto maging national aviation, syempre you have to prove na bakit ikaw yung national kung tatlo, apat. Pero kung kayo lang naman, and then ang ganda naman ng standards, dalawa kasi yan yung kayo lang ba, pangalawa maganda standards mo. Kasi kung kayo lang, pero pangit din yung standards, bakit nyo pa idadamay buong Pilipinas at sasabihin yung national kayo, tapos ang sama pala nung mga statistics nyo, whether sa licensure or sa employment, no? But since kayo lang at maganda naman ang quality, so I think naman parang bonus lang if you can already put in the law certain areas where you have permanent what they call these campuses. Pero even if we leave that blank and just give the board the authority to negotiate, etc., for, or even usually you can even buy, diba? So having said that, kasi we have time naman before the second reading sa floor to negotiate with the Air Force, diba? Kung meron nga. Okay. Dun sa third, sa own, I hear you, and in fact, under the BCDA law, kung magdi-dispose ng land ang AFP, nasa BCDA, hindi biglang bigay to someone else. So maybe I can propose lang that the present board look into the wording, halimbawa if acceptable sa, baka Colonel pwede mo rin i-consult sa sa higher ups kung acceptable na may use of rock dun sa existing, pero maglagay tayo ng time kasi so that they can plan. Di ba? Kasi the reality is, alam mo, sinabi mo, use of rock, tapos after 10 years, uy, may gagawin dito, alis na kayo. Hindi rin naman sila makakatayo. Pero pala mo, sinabi mong if it's a 25, renewable 25, alam nila that they have 25 years to look for, having said that, I'm determined to and committed to help you look. So, kung katabi din lang naman, or for example, no, ako, I'm very partial, I don't know if you have a campus in Clark. Diba? Kasi that's, I think 28,000 hectares. And alam mo, you mentioned EDCA, no? One thing about the Americans, ano ba yung Fort Bonifacio, McKinley, and then nabanggit mo Pasay, and then yung Villamor. I think they were baka 1898 or 1901 yung mga yan eh. Basta during that time, di ba? But even during that time, they look at the US Embassy then, di ba? Marunong ang, the American government, the American military knows how to pick the best real estate eh. Di ba? Medyo magaling silang humanap. So, except for Pinatubo, who can predict naman that, but even in the scientific, it's every, is it 100 years or 200 years? So, ibig sabihin, or 500 years, I'm not that sure, but ibig sabihin, we're really pushing also Clark. But I do understand, sir, that you want presence in Northern Luzon, you want presence in Mindanao. Tama naman yun kasi the reality is it's still very hard for families to send their children to highly urbanized areas. No? But I don't think it affects the bill naman kung yung present campuses ay may use of rock tayo ng whether you say 25 or 50, whatever, and then gano'n, di ba? But sir, siguro ang isang magandang i-discuss sa Air Force, actually ito yung binubulong ko kay Senate President kanina. If you remember during the time na uso at maraming coup, no, in the 70s sa Latin America, tayo it was 80s rumors, then 90s, di ba? Late 80s, and then 89 was the bloodiest. But after that, even during the time of President Arroyo, may rumors or may, di ba, may galaw nun sa Marines. There was a proposal by a congressman na gayahin na yung sa US na may West Point, may Annapolis, di ba? Yung hindi, kasi sa atin, Air Force, Army, Navy, lahat na sa PMA. So binubulong ko lang kay Senate President while maintaining the present. Kasi one thing that did change is nagkaroon ng PNPA, di ba? So after a certain batch, wala nang PMAer na nagpupulis. So may PNPA na tayo, may PMA. But ang nangyayari kasi ang PISCA is parang the de facto di ba, source din nung Air Force. So ang point ko doon, Colonel, is that just like EDCA, na although we do not have a law for foreign bases, but we did approve yung pakikipagtulungan sa longest ally natin, US. If you treat the National Academy as something like EDCA, di ba, na and I don't know, Dr. De La Cruz, maybe you can make adjustments na pag nasa bases siya, more towards joining the military yung outlook, di ba? Kasi nga, ano kasi yung alternative, di ba? Alternative is sa PMA, may PMA ba ho dito? Sir, sorry sir, hindi ko ito. Can you introduce yourself?
Sir, Colonel Agapito po, sir.
Colonel, anong year kayo ba pumipili o yung AFP o raffle ba yung kung anong sasalihan niyo, kung Army, Navy or Air Force?
Sir, before, sir, kanya-kanya, sir, depende po kung anong gusto, sir. But when the new curriculum was introduced, sir, during our time, I graduated, sir, 96. The first who benefited the curriculum was 1995. So from there, sir, before they entered the third year, we already have our branches of service, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right before you entered third year.
Yes, sir. Before
Tapos,
entered third year.
but di ba, everyone naman does the basic, di ba?
Yes, sir.
So, halimbawa, sa Air Force ka na punta, yung next 2 years mo, may training na regarding the Air Force, pero doon ka pa rin sa Baguio yung main campus, right?
Yes, sir. We're still in the academy, sir,
Yeah.
during those last 2 years.
And do they train there to become pilots na hindi pa?
There are basics, sir, just like a flight simulator training.
Yeah.
We already have.
So that's what I meant, diba? I mean, pwede naman simultaneous na gandahan mo rin yung gamit, equipment at trainer sa AFP sa PMA for aviation. But this could be an alternative eh. Pwede ring ang PMA may partnership with the National Academy in certain bases. No, whether after graduation or even before graduation. So I'm just seeing some kind of deep partnership, di ba? Given the history din ng FISCA. In fact, lahat ba ng campus nyo nanggaling din sa AFP?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Sir,
So,
yes,
so
sir.
actually kumbaga sa creation, kung babae ang FISCA, binunot sila sa tadyang ng AFP eh. 'Di ba? So
Actually, sir, if I may, that's precisely the history, sir.
yes.
PhilSCA, before becoming PhilSCA, naging PAFCA and BABCC came from the Philippine Air
Yeah.
Force.
So I totally, as a fellow lawyer, I agree with the judge advocate na kanyang duty na to mention all of that as a starting point sa legal. 'Di ba? Kasi iba yung partnership, iba yung pumasok kayo na may-ari nun and ganon, no? But maybe that's one thing I can host, no, or do, na to get kung sino ang planners sa Air Force and sa AFP, na ano bang pwedeng joint vision ng Air Force at saka sa ngayon FISCA, but hopefully the National Aviation. Yes, sir.
Yung intent namin, sir, kasi naging ownership na from Yusuf Rock. Anyway, sir, it will be worked out with the TWG. And may I just request, Mr. Chair, if the GSQ, AFP, and DND be involved in this process? Because
Sir, hingin ko lang sa iyo, guide mo ko. Aside from the TWG, I'll host a lunch or na high level.
Yes.
Ang hingin ko lang talaga sa FISCA, i-share niyo yung vision niyo.
yes, sir.
Di ba? Kasi ako man ang AFP, parang pahingi ng ganitong dito kami.
Yeah.
Pero hindi clear sa kanila kung saan ang vision. Of course, yung graduates na sa Air Force, they already know that kasi galing sila dyan eh. So kumbaga may konting marketing at selling tayo dun sa top brass ng AFP. And siguro will include DND, di ba?
Yes,
Kasi sila
yes, sir.
nandun
Because
na.
basically, usually, yung mga lands titles to the PIF, we are just some sort of administrator, but the direct beneficiary of these lands. But insofar as ownership is concerned, it's beyond the authority of the FIAP. So we have to involve the.
But ako, Colonel, personally, ang stand ko dyan, anywhere that they can own, like Clark, or let's say kung may mga military bases na right beside, mura pa yung lupa and we can buy, and then just give them access, why not? Pero anything na base talaga, kasi ang bahay namin right behind Camp Bagundiwa, yun talaga ang problema ng camp commander, na on one hand, it's a PNP camp, but on the other hand, yung jail, at saka yung so BJMP, at saka yung rehab, nandun eh. So, it's not that hindi sila welcome doon, but then it makes it double, triple hard for the camp commander, no? But the difference lang naman, sir, Colonel, is that kung ma-integrate yung National Academy into their air bases, di ba? And for example, no, I don't know the security levels involved, especially as we get better jets, better equipment as we go into drones, di ba? So, but baka ito precisely yung mga campuses na may security clearance pagpasok pa lang doon, di ba? Rather than graduating from FISCA with no affinity or no background sa AFP, sa Air Force, and then sasali ka after na, di ba? Ganun din sa PMA, di ba? If they want to, if we had all the money in the world, I'll just say let's fund everyone. Diba? Especially, I mean, who can argue with the Navy or all branches, but dahil archipelago tayo, yung Navy at saka yung Air Force, parang, and of course, our issues in the West Philippine Sea, but hindi lang yon, no? I mean, there could be many other issues, diba? I don't want to stir up anything, but many people don't know that there are more, if I can use the light term, bases in our EEZ by Malaysia and Vietnam than China. And ang Vietnam at saka Malaysia, meron ng submarines, di ba? At mas modern yung kanilang Air Force. Thank God, we found a way to work with them together despite that dispute, unlike the ups and downs with others. But that doesn't mean na dapat mahuli tayo. That's why many people don't know if for some reason, for some miracle, biglang sabihin ng China, hindi na kami interesado sa South China Sea, mas malaki problema natin. Kasi mas equipped ang Malaysians at Vietnam eh. Sa ngayon, ang Vietnam, Philippines at saka Malaysia nakatutok lang versus China dahil mas malaki sila. Pero pag yan ay umatras o kumampi sa isa sa atin tatlo, mas malaki ang problema natin, di ba? And many people do not know na pinag-usapan to ni I don't know if it was it Mao Zedong or Deng Xiaoping and President Cory? Sino ba ang, I think it was Deng Xiaoping na panahon ni President Cory. So that was 1980s. So we are now more than 40 years later. So whatever we do with FISCA and the Air Force and the bases, hindi na po tayo ang makakakita ng consequences noon 40 years from now. Well, kung may dugong Enrile tayo, makikita pa rin natin 40 years from now. But if we are the average life expectancy of 75, 80, maybe yung younger ones here na lang ang makakakita. So I just want us to, Colonel, I thank you, and tama na bringing up mo dito. I just want to parang emphasize na kasi ang daming bills talaga na elevating from college to university, from ganito to national. And it's all good, pero yung impact hindi generational. Pero pag naayos natin yung ating naval at saka ang ating aviation academies, I think yung impact the next 25 to 50 years will be tremendous, no? So anyway, Colonel, thank you for that, and we siguro General Macaranos can also help me who are the right people in the DND and AFP na we should, before we go to the higher level, we'll do the technical side.
Yes, sir.
Ah.
Yes, sir.
Oo. Hindi na kasi ako updated din sa EDCA. So, yung siguro guidance din, Colonel, ano iilagan natin doon at ano yung pwedeng sumama. Or we can also ask DFA. Do you have do you have any partnerships with any American university or with the US?
We do have our partnership sa Canada, sir. Sa,
Why don't you reach out to the US Embassy or through the DFA?
yes, sir.
Kasi 'di ba kung EDCA yung isang concern, baka naman mapasama kayo sa EDCA din. Na yung
Sir,
DFA.
last June, I was with the Director Muyong, funded po ng USAID to see the development of aviation, particularly sa Arizona, saka sa Harvard po. Since galing po ako, I got a certificate program po from Harvard School of Governance, sir.
One thing about the US military, grabe din ang kanilang pananaw at saka yung civil relations. So they really look at potential allies, and what better ally than a national aviation on the EDCA. So let's take a look at that. No? Anyone pa?
Sir, if I
Favorite
may,
ko mamaya na si Attorney Tricia, siya parang napapadalas ikaw at sanang dumalas yung yes, may pondo rather than may concern.
Sir, Mr. Chair, tumungkol dun sa tanong ng yung issue ni Colonel John dun sa use of rock. We do have our use of rock, particularly sa ating campus, sa Fernando Air Base Campus sa Lipa. That was in 2018 when it was given to us for a 25-year renewable of another 25. And instead of getting our gate at the main gate ng Fernando Air Base, we were provided with another gate in the side, yung tawag po yung decent gate. So all education, that become the education hub, college, senior high, junior high, elementary, and preschool were given by the Philippine Air Force a particular lot para doon for use of rock. Oh, we do have that.
Marami naman tayong runways na both civilian at military. Di ba? Like sa Villamor Air Base dati, nakakonect din naman sa NAIA yun. If I'm not mistaken, sa Cebu, di ba? Nakakonect din yung... So, meaning, kung ganun na yung sitwasyon na... Kasi iba yung purely military at high security, tapos lalabas-pasok ka. But iba na yung meron na silang partnership with a civilian, then idadagdag mo lang yung National Academy, di ba? So, I think it's a matter of identifying muna. But you know, we should... So, I'm one of the sponsors and advocates ng National Academy for Sports. So it's like a boarding school to get para bata pa lang ma-train. But sabi nga nila one of the challenges is na homesick. So I don't know, Colonel Agapito, kung you even had the luxury ma-homesick nung sa PMA kasi every day as a survival nung plebo ka di ba? Oo, di ba? I mean, walang choice di ba? Either you survive or not. So, you know, despite the fact, President Marvin, we'd like to have campuses everywhere. The reality is, with the money and equipment, you'll pick 2 or 3 na dun muna pagandahin, then in the future na yung iba So ibig sabihin may konting tiis din in leaving their hometown and studying. Baka what we can do is kulang yung campuses, ayusin yung dorms. Di ba? Anyway, we'll even yung yung master planning, di ba? Do we have a provision on master planning sa inyong charter?
Yes, sir. Meron pa, particularly yung pong land use development plan.
Why don't you ask around na rin, how much usually does it cost for a credible local or international firm to do a master plan?
Yeah.
Kasi I think it would also be easier to talk to the DND AFP kung may kasama tayong master planner.
We
Di ba?
will do that, sir.
Sige.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Sir, another thing,
PCDA works with a lot of master planners just because of the nature so baka we can also.
sir, yung with regard to yung pilot course natin, we do have our initial discussion with AETDC. This is under ng Fernando Air Base. Yung pong, kasi yung graduate po natin ng pilot course, meron na sila kagad na 200 hours. May license na po yun, both private pilot, commercial pilot of about 100 hours, yung PPL natin about 50 hours, tapos merong instrument rating and multi-engine about another 50 hours. Sinasabi po natin kasi member po ako ng MSAP ng AETDC, yung Multi-Sector Advisory, Stakeholders Advisory Board po ng Philippine Air Force.
Nahawa ka na rin sa military, ang dami yung
Opo, yung
letra na hindi ko na masundan, but
Opo.
okay lang.
Opo, yung po, sinasabi namin na yung graduate natin, with reference naman po kay Colonel Pete Agapito, yung graduate ng Philippine Military Academy na kapag pumunta sa branch ng Air Force, simulator lang po. Pero tayo po, sinasabi natin sa Philippine Air Force, yung mga bata natin, na graduate natin ng pilot course, na kapag pumunta sa Philippine Air Force, they carry with them a 200-hour flying hour and with license on private pilot and commercial
on
pilot.
that point lang
Opo.
can you imagine if some of these pilots are also your teachers, di ba? Or some of your personnel, ma-allow ng US who are main supplier of the planes, ma-allow din ma-train on that planes. Talagang magkaka-synergy talaga eh. So that's why it's less the legal that I'm excited about, more of the actual na sa training. But ang pagkarinig ko naman kay Colonel, hindi sila nag-object sa use of rack, etc. Nag-object lang na biglang ownership. And it's a natural reaction because many people are looking at the bases eh. So hindi lang naman university, di ba? So once ma-start kasi yan, baka magpasa tayo ng batas indiscriminately about public land sa bases. That's why naintindihan ko rin na they have to be protective of the ownership, di ba? Having said that, yung importante naman sa inyo yung use. And then of course, if you want to build up the assets, kung may mga katabi naman ng base o katulad ng arrangement nyo sa Fernando na may separate entrance, no? Yeah. Who would like to go next on any other issue or the same issue? Okay. Go ahead, DBM. Pero yung
Yes.
initial kwenta, hindi pa yan ha. Kasi
Yes po,
sa PWG, I really want them to... Actually, yung kakaabot lang sa akin may fleet ba yung ng aircraft ang PISCA? Kasi I'm not saying we'll buy them a whole fleet, but that's why I'm saying talaga mag-usap ng both ng ating local airlines at saka ng AFP. Yes, our favorite DBM, Attorney Baran, please.
and our colleagues from the government. Sir, we would like to raise a few points po. On Section 33 of the bill, it says po kasi, any case of doubt in the interpretation of any provisions of this charter shall be resolved in favor of the academic freedom and fiscal autonomy of the NAAP. So, to avoid confusion lang po sa Constitution, yung mga may fiscal autonomy, we would like to respectfully request for the deletion of this.
Para we address every point you Sir, let's find a word kasi sa Constitution kasi ang may fiscal autonomy mga COA, Supreme Court, di ba? So but I hear you kung hindi ako nagkakamali kasi yung depende sa regulations ng CHED and then yung paglipat-lipat ng savings, etc. Are you talking more of that and what was the intent of yung word na fiscal autonomy?
Sir, kasi po meron po tayo mga funds na hindi naman, halimbawa po, we were provided, actually, si Senator Pia provided us, before I came in, an aircraft na supposed to be bibilin. Dahil na-transfer natin yung pondo sa international trade, kaya lang nag-fail yung bidding. Ngayon, we were advised na ibalik sa National Treasury yung pera. So,
I get what you mean, but Attorney Tricia, in finding the right word, alam mo, ang trend talaga sa universities abroad hindi 1 year yung balik ng pera. In fact, minsan kulang 2-3 years. So like, I read about this school. Kasi di ba sa US, pati swimming pool, pwedeng buhatin at ilipat, pwedeng i-disassemble. So there's this school na hindi siya makabili ng brand new, pero talagang gusto nung atleta nila. So they saved their savings for 3 years, then they bought that. So I think it's something like that. It's more of, they want to follow the rules, sir, sa CHED. But sometimes it's restrictive. And there's some reforms regarding that naman, Dr. Marvin. Kasi dati, kapag ka pinasok sa BICAM ng House Senate, last nire-release. Kaya apektado din yung inyong, tama ba yun? Di ba? Pero ngayon, hindi na last release, di ba? Oo.
Hindi na po.
Oh, I mean, it's still evaluated and everything, but basta't hindi na veto, it's not last release. Eh. But you know, ang suggestion ko, sir, come out with the specific instances. Tapos let's try to address that. Then, but they want a general statement lang that, kumbaga, the board can decide what they can do. Hindi lang, sir, talaga pwedeng fiscal autonomy kasi nga baka ma-construe in the same way ng COA, etc. And then other universities will ask for it, diba? But let's find the words. And then sa akin, ang ginagawa ko noon, halimbawa, hindi mo maano lahat ng example. Lagyan mo ng general na pwede, pero lagay mo na subject to the rules and regulations of whether it's CHED or COA or whatever, diba? Oh.
Noted po on that,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
But thank you for that observation.
Opo. And then, sir, Mr. Chair, on section 9 po, it says on paragraph 2, it shall allocate one slot for admission of its Bachelor of Science Air Transportation and Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Engineering in every region, recommended by the Regional Development Council. So, initially, we think that it is not the mandate of the RDC to recommend, but we defer to NEDA and also the members of the council if they will, regarding this provision po.
Sige, let's look at that, sir. And as usual kasi, di ba, if you put a political office recommended by the governor, by the may aangal dyan eh. So, it has to be a body. But I see the intent, even Singapore, di ba nung una, ayaw pumasok nung Chinese Singaporean sa police at military eh. So they had to have some creative, they had to use their basic education, they had to, you know, ano na, ganyan. So tayo kasi, di ba, we're one Philippines, but we're also regionalistic. So it would be good to be well represented then, especially dito sa highly coveted courses. So let's ano lang, sir, sinong or you don't want it by exam na lang or whatever? Ano bang ano niyo dyan?
Sir, Mr. Chair, meron naman po tayong policy on admission. What we intend here is that we would like to give opportunity for each region to have pilots and aero engineers. Kung nakita niyo po yung data kanina na presented, dahil ang aero engineering and pilot course were offered only at the main campus dito po sa Pasay, ang nakakakuha talaga ng greater slot ay nasa Luzon at nasa nearby area and NCR and nearby area. So we would like to democratize po sana.
Well, two things, sir, about that. No, sorry to cut you off. But one, I don't think naman may problem sila na per region. It's really more, if we keep adding to the duties ng RDC, baka one day mahaba na yung listahan ng gagawin at baka mag-away din yung governors doon or kung one slot lang, no? But secondly, one way to do that, sir, is talagang more scholarships eh. Kasi aside from mas affluent yung nasa highly urbanized city, doon na sila nakatira, 'di ba? Kaya kung sabihin mo from the outskirts of Iloilo or from Batanes, malaki talaga gagastusin niya pagka lilipat dito eh. But if you have if I can use the word loosely, affirmative action, na pagka yung one slot sa ganito, mas maganin yung scholarship mo, baka mas maraming pumasok talaga.
Sir, if I may, dun po sa main campus, to address po yung possible accommodation from far-flung areas, nagtayo po tayo ng dormitory to accommodate naman po. This is an example of our affirmative action. Yes, sir.
I recognize that. I'm just saying na kasi ang studies is 30% lang yung tuition eh. 70% is everything else. But even if you provide the 70%, so let's say if you provide the dorm, the food, and taga Metro Manila, so pag na-homesick yan, isang jeep lang yan o isang LRT, nasa uwi na, di ba? Pero yung if you're from Mindanao, for example, kahit na Christmas at birthday lang nung nanay mo ka uuwi, it's still a boat, it's still, di ba, or a airplane ride. So ang susi doon is may cash ka talaga ng every instance that we gave additional cash or gamit sa estudyante, bumaba yung dropout talaga eh. No, but anyway, just to address that point. So you're not objecting naman to the regional no. It's just that RDC ba ang may trabaho nito?
Yes, sir. Kung papayag po sila.
Yeah. Sige,
or on
DBM na lang
or-
magre-recommend ng region.
And then, Mr. Chair, finally, on section 27 po, it says that the state may support the NAAP as professional institution for aviation in the form of lump sum amount in the annual GAA. So, since ang appropriations naman, provision naman po natin ay in the GAA po, we respectfully recommend na ma-delete na to, and then any funding po na kakailanganin ni NAAP or ni PhilSCA will be depende po sa budget proposal po nila and will be evaluated po. during
Let me ask, sir, what
budget
was the intention of this one? And when you say lump sum, meaning hindi naka-specify na capital outlay, MOE personnel, or you're just saying na sana pwedeng, let's say, 50 million capital outlay tapos board ang mag-decide saan gagamitin?
Sir, kasi po, di ba, meron po tayong mga not release. Minsan, pagka pinarelease mo yung pera, hihintayin pa yung ma-release yung funds o ipopropose kasi in-approve naman sa GAA, tapos hihintayin pa na bago naman kasi ma-incorporate sa GAA or sa NEP, may proposal naman na. Lagi po sinasabi yung shovel ready na eh. Kung shovel ready tapos i-later release pa, you have to submit again all the same documents, and after some time, it will take you another few more months para ma-release. Tapos, nagbabago po kasi sir yung amount. Halimbawa po sir ngayon, kung bibili tayo ng Cessna 172, ang next release na po ay 2026 or 2027 na. Kung bibigay po yung pera, until when, baka po hindi ka na maka-place ng order, you will given be another time. So, something to that effect.
So
sir.
something like, kung may sobra kang pera, pwede mo pa rin gamitin for the same bibilin mo.
Opo.
Pero kung wala ka sobrang pera, then since it's a lump sum, you can buy let's say, the second best. Ganon, no? But, ma'am, ano ba process ngayon? So, pag may GAA, wala na, hindi na SARO o JAR. Paano ba nire-release sa state use yung pera? Or do you want to discuss it na lang sa TWG para... But you get their point kung saan sila nagkakaproblema. Kasi nga,
Yes.
medyo unique ang PhilSCA kasi hindi to ordinary parang PUP or UP na 200 million for a building. So like, if they need an aircraft or a simulator, kung hindi nga ma-release, hindi ma-bid in time, iba na presyo nun. And for example, aircraft, minsan pila yan ha. So meaning,
Yes, sir.
hindi basta magbibid sa gobyerno yung mga, yun. So may mga ano talaga, no?
Mr. Chair, pag funding po kasi sa GAA, it will be subject to the validity of funds under the GAA. So yung intention po ni sir, hindi rin po niya ma-achieve if the funding will be sourced from the GAA. So maybe po sa TWG, we can
Sige.
discuss po kung
So-
paano
so
sila
balik na rin ko na lang.
implementation.
Can I ask them to more or less have a discussion kung ano mga naging problema nila?
Opo.
And if it's problem solvable by language and policies, we'll put it in. If it's not solvable, that meaning common problem ng CHED at DBM, then that's a topic for the CHED DBM budget, hindi lang ng PhilSCA, di ba?
Noted po, Mr. Chair. And may bago naman na po tayong procurement law. Baka
Yes,
address
baka-
na po yung problem po nila
Yeah.
on the purchase of
Pero
aircraft.
right now, in present law, I'm not looking at the one they drafted. So kung may magbigay sa kanila ng grant, yung board lang nila ang ano. Tama ba, sir? So let's say Airbus or let's say Philippine Airlines says na we'll give you a plane plus 10 million pesos. You can allot na kung anong gagawin yung 10 or you still need approval ng
Ang board naman po.
Board na lang.
Apo, yes, sir.
so it's really more the GAA funds ang ano.
Sir, I will also take the opportunity, sana matulungan kami ng Senate saka ng DBM. There is an initial discussion with the Philippine Airlines. There are about 3 or 4 na mga nakapark dyan sa hangar dyan sa NAIA na ready for disposal ng ng Philippine Airlines. May problema po sila kasi with regard to customs and DBM saka ng finance kung paano ibibigay sa Philippine State College of
Ang
Aeronautics.
suggestion ko, if you sent them a letter na, give the Senate President a copy. Kung hindi, write them with a Senate President copy. We'll try to help, di ba? Meron ding benting kotse na sa parking lot for 10 years, ha? Ewan ko kung nabasa niya yun. Bukod sa aircraft. But I hear you, no? There's so much opportunity dun sa mga nagpapalit ng aeroplano. I don't know the technicalities, the insurance, CAAP, etc. So, but may initial talks na kayo with Philippine Airlines.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair. 4 of them na actually nag-visit na ako sa kanila at
So where's the saan nagka-problema? Sa customs?
kasi meron pong kailangan ng i-delist sa
Pag sa customs kasi sa Department of Finance tayo.
Yes, sir.
Show me
At saka even sa registration po sa Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, kailangan kasi naka-registered sa kanila, kailangan ding ma-delist at maalis yung registry.
Kung process lang naman, sir, dadaanan nyo naman. Pero kung may roadblock, tell us bakit na block and we'll try to help there.
We will subscribe, sir.
Actually, may interest din ang DBM doon kasi lahat ng i-donate sa kanila, less na ilalabas yung pera eh. Di ba?
Yes po, Mr. Chair, but we also defer po to DOF
Yeah.
on the guidelines on the cash and in-kind donation po. Thank you po, Mr. Chair. That's all po.
I was the sponsor ng UP Law. I know meron doon di ba? Yung provision na tax exemption pag nag-donate eh. Sa inyo ba meron?
Pagka po Mr. Chair, pagka po nag-acquire ang PhilSCA, direct acquire, tax exempted po. Pero po
How about if may mag-donate? Kasi we had certain laws with certain institution. Yung iba mahigit nga 100% eh, parang nag-150% pa rin eh.
wala pong
Oo.
provision
Yeah.
po.
Why
for
don't you look into that?
Yes, sir. We will do that.
Usually ayaw yan ng tax administrators for obvious purposes. But kapag ka-priority yung institutions na we want people to donate to, ginagawa talaga yun.
Yes, sir.
Take a look at that kasi nga yung corporate social responsibility ng mga lumalago eh. And who doesn't ride? Sino sa mga corporate big shots natin ang hindi nag-aeroplano? So baka sakaling may ano din kayo makuhang long-term sponsor.
Sir, saka isang issue din po, same problem naman, just to give you another example, ang Airbus po, magbibigay sana sa atin ng software nila, yun din ang problema na yung donors tax.
So ating ko lang anything you can deal with long-term and put it in the law, we'll consult kung okay yon. Anything na short-term na nandiyan na problema, let us know. Si Senate President naman, aside from being the Senate President, siya naman ang former chair nito. Senator Pia naman ang budget, ang chairperson nyo sa budget. So, the 3 of us are more than willing to help. Anyone else? Kung hindi, I'll give the last say to General Macrana, sir. Anything we can do for the university and aside from this law?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually po, this is a dream of one man 52 years ago na magkaroon ng ganitong klase. I graduated from the Basa Air Base College. as a young man at 18 years old and provided me the necessary training, the skills. Then I became a pilot. And the Air Force used me simply because the Air Force provided us the requirements, the J-85 engine at the Base Air Base. Kami lang po ata, hindi talo pa namin Piatti noon kasi meron kaming tinatawag na more than simulators. Makikita namin ang engine. And that's a reason na kinuha kami kagad ng Air Force Service. Kinumisyon kami, ginawa kami piloto simply because of those training. Ngayon, natutuwa po kami as an alumni representative giving us this opportunity for the itong mga student na mabigyan din silang same opportunity na 52 years ago, there's a young man dream to become a pilot. I think they can have that. I have so many classmates who had joined the civilian sector. I opted to stay in the Air Force. Yung mga classmates ko po, nasa Philippine Airlines, International Airlines. Siguro, nationalistic lang talaga siguro ako eh. So, I'm very happy that and fortunate that there's a Senate like this hearing, ma-provide po itong naap na to at maibigay sa kabataang Pilipino a dream to become a pilot and a contributor to the aviation industry of the Philippines.
Sir, thank you for that. And siguro that's a good point to end on. And yung konti ko lang insight sa sinabi ni Sir. Di ba pag bata ka kasi, gusto mong magawa talaga lahat eh. Pero may konti pang self-interest yun kasi nakikita mo sarili mo doon. Di ba? Pero pag elder statesman ka na, katulad ni General Ranas, you still have the same dream, mas mabigat pa, pero tinitignan mo na yan for your children at sa mga apo mo eh. Di ba? Ini-erase mo na yung ano mo. So, sir, ang mapapangako ko lang is we're committed to this. And I think, just having a full room for one bill is indication talaga that we want to work together with this. So we'll have a TWG right away. Yun lang, kung hindi ko man kayo nabanggit by name here, guide me kung sinong dapat mga kausapin. But I think we can put something together na may synergy talaga. There's value in in yung, so halimbawa nung sinabi ni President Duterte, build, golden age. In reality mas malaki na yung budget ng DPWH at saka nung bill ngayon. But just by proclaiming that ito yung entry ng golden age ng pagbibuild, may momentum eh. Di ba? Or yung nasa Bible na hakabok yung write down the vision so they can run with it. Or yung sining, di ba? Build it and they will come, di ba? So I think, if you market this talaga as parang, that having this university has this academy will be part of the golden years of Philippine aviation. We might not see it right away, but baka 2, 3, 4, baka 5 years. Grabe na yung yung pasok pati yung funding, no? So siguro the last point na lang is, sir, na give us din some or I'll ask also my staff and the secretariat. Let's do some pencil pushing sa aviation industry at saka yung sa balik sa atin. Di ba? Sa bawat graduate mo, 82% may trabaho. High-paying jobs yan eh, di ba? So, di ba kasi the reality is finance people. We're dealing with the budget. So we're dealing with finance people. So, ang tinitignan din nila yung return on investment. So, if we can show them na win-win to sa national security, win-win to sa economics, win-win to sa regional integration, sa transportation and everything, di ba? Mapapabilis yung, hindi lang pagpasa, but yung, I think, with the objections or the concerns, workable lahat eh. So mas concerned ako na mapondohan at you have the materials to really launch the academy rather than passing the law. I think passing the law will be the easy part, diba? It's really setting up the academy in the way that you envision it, getting the partners, getting the instructors and everything. So I won't adjourn, I'll suspend lang. Yeah. Ang kaap nandito din po. Ma'am, do you wanna ground us or do you want to give the last say for today?
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Chair. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines interposes no objection to the proposed measures establishing the National Aviation Academy of the Philippines. CAAP recognizes that these measures will provide quality education and enhance access to training facilities for individuals pursuing a career in the aviation sector, and will contribute significantly to developing a skilled workforce that meets the growing demands of the aviation industry. In line with this, CAAP would like to emphasize the importance of ensuring that NAAP's programs align with both the national civil aviation regulations and international standards to guarantee that the educational programs and training courses adhere to globally recognized aviation standards and operational benchmarks. Ultimately, CAAP expresses its full support to the initiatives and respectfully recommends the approval of the subject bills. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that. I'm very happy kasi usually pag magkaharap na ganyan, tapos panay abogado kaharap nyo, ilan ang abogado dito? Si Colonel, si Attorney Tricia, si Attorney Hazel, Attorney Christian, nandiyan pa si Attorney Jeremiah sa likod sa akin. Usually, ano yan madaming objection Di ba? But as you could see, no, I think everyone wants this vision to happen, but we just have to yung fine points, no? So may I just ask all those na nakapagsalita today, take a second look din sa law, kasi I think we can find the right amendments, if I can use that word, to do it. So thank you everyone for spending the afternoon here in the Philippine Senate. We will adjourn and we will pipilitin po natin na mapabilis to lahat. So the hearing, we will not adjourn. Sorry, thank you. May abogado din sa likod ko. May isa abogado doon. We will suspend the joint hearing, but we will include also this bill in the technical working group. We'll create a technical working group and probably we'll create, may I informally call it like a coffee club to talk to the various stakeholders or possible partners to finish all of this. Magandang hapon and thank you everyone. Hearing is hereby suspended.